Okay, interview with Graeme Tomlinson and Captain Callum Donnelly after Bedford Town 6, AFC Rushden Diamonds 0. 1, sorry. Guys, I mean, what an afternoon. I mean, there's no doubt in Rushden aren't up to what we've had previously, but we've still dispatched them good and proper there, haven't we?
Yeah, I mean, I'm being honest with you, I thought we popped the ball around really, really well in the first half. Sometimes we were a little bit too slow when we had possession of the game. Should have gone another goal up, I thought, personally. They scored a good header, I thought, actually. It was like we were all looking around to see what it was. I thought it was a good header, great ball into the box, but I thought we moved the ball quite well. But going in at half-time, we discussed it. We were a bit disappointed. And that's the levels, isn't it? We're disappointed 2-1 and could have been 3-1 up. So I thought, personally, we moved the ball well. But the second half, we were just moving quicker. You can't get near it. When you use 1 and 2 touch, you can't get near it. So that was good.
Cal, what was the view like on the pitch?
A bit different from what G says, because obviously you see different things from different angles on the pitch. I thought it was very sloppy for 20 minutes. I think we got 1-0 up. They didn't really get back into it, but we were given a lot more free kicks the other way. And sorry about that. But I mean, the goal weren't a great goal. Got them back into it. They got a little bit of life. And for 10 minutes, we weren't the best giving it away. Then after the penalty, I think again we were the best side. We had a chat at half time about a couple of things. You know, G's quite a nice one the other way around, so it works actually.
Obviously, you know, we missed the penalty. It was a penalty. Junior was fouled in the area. You know, Chaz has stepped up. We just had a couple of those over the last few weeks, haven't we? Where, you know, Connor last week. We've not really found the stride of penalties since the start of the season. Nonetheless, we didn't let that affect us today, and we bounced back, didn't we?
No, not at all. That's the whole point. I said to the lads, sometimes just relax. The game's not always going to go all your way. Obviously, we had it quite a lot today, to be fair. But just keep moving the ball. Don't get bored of keeping the ball. We do it in possession every single training session, especially before games. 1 touch, 2 touch. Wait till the angle's right and we'll play the ball. You know, and I thought we did that. And again, we talked about before the game about only briefly what they might set up like. But people know me. I don't. No disrespect to anyone, but I care about what we want to do with the ball. And they've got to fathom out our problems. We've always got to solve problems in a game, but I want them to solve the problems of what we're doing. You know, and I thought we were excellent, to be honest with you, majority of the game. When we move it quickly, we're very hard to get the ball off.
You know, we seemed as well to be playing long balls up, you know, a lot going forwards at times to Charlie, a lot going forwards to Connor to run onto. Was that planned, or was it just the way the game evolved?
It's not. You say they're long balls. If you say half balls, you got a video. They're into his chest. They're not just whacked up to him. They're actually precise balls into him. Chaz knows what they're doing. Chaz is a handful. I mean, you see today, scored 3, missed the penalty, scored 4. He's a bit more mobile than this year. I think he's got something to prove, because he's like me. Referees don't like him. And he's had a lot to prove this year. I mean, he can play centre half as well. But I think the balls we've done today, the first half we were trying to play a bit more. Second half it wasn't more direct. It was more, obviously, playing, then we go. So it sort of worked second half because you literally bombarded them.
And definitely a lot tighter now, aren't we? You know, the situation at the back where we were conceding those goals has tightened up over the last week.
I mean, there's two ways to look at it. I mean, I like playing with the 3 or the 5 depending on certain parts of the game, because certain parts of the game they are going to have the ball. Yesterday we had more of the ball than the other team, but with that 5 and the 1 in front, it allows us to play more triangles all over the pitch, everywhere. And I thought, again, what just Callum said is the fact that we mixed it up really well. You know, you look at I think it might have been the goal or one of the chances we had. We didn't throw it down the line. We went back, we went across, we had 15 passes and we created a great opportunity. Our goal, I think we had 25 passes. So we didn't go long down the middle. We kept the ball, we mixed it up really well. So hard for them to decide what to do. Do we go short? Do we go long? And that's the whole point. And I like the system that we have at the moment because of that. We might change it sometimes. We might play 4 at the back. We might play a diamond. It just depends. But it's not the system. It's how you play any individual system. That's the difference.
You both know Nunny. You've played under him, Callum, and obviously you've worked with him, Brad. He's got a job on his hand, hasn't he?
Yeah, I spoke to him before the game. It's hard for him. You know, he's coming to the same team that's in the position that they're in. So he hasn't had to bring any of his own players in or his own and have a look at them themselves. So he's a good manager. He knows the leagues, and he's a good bloke as well. So yeah, I think this was a hard one for him, to be brutally honest with you. It'd have been easy if he was playing top of the league. But I think we are on our day when we play correctly. I think we were a really good side. It's just cutting out those catastrophic errors that we've had through the season, which I don't think any other team have had. We could be on a top 10 comedy list on them, to be brutally honest with you. We keep them out, we're a good side because we score goals. You know, we've always scored goals, even throughout the season we score goals. So, yeah.
Nunny, Cal?
Nunny's Nunny, isn't he? I can see it from over here. I mean, like I say, it's our job. I mean, I think it's a good job for him to have, because if they do get relegated this season, it'll make them hard to beat next season. But I mean, just before Christmas, someone said it was an easy game against us because we ain't got a manager either. But as we know, last 2 games, this is the 3rd one, we're not that easy anymore to break down. I mean, even before with the gaffer, it's just the fundamental mistakes we're making. So yes,
Getting there. Obviously, lots of players on show today who played very well. You know, in where, but Junior Graeme today really was on fire. Considering he is 18 years old.
But he is a very good player. Played right wing back, but I think he's better centre midfield. For us, me and Butch like to work in there with him. He runs up and down. So yeah, he's only 18, so he's got a lot to go through.
7 points from 9 under the Tomlinson Donnelly revolution, as it goes. You know, it's gone really well, isn't it? And there is a real positive togetherness about the camp at the moment, isn't there, guys?
I mean, to be fair, I mean the lads have been good anyway, but we've just managed to keep it together and give them a bit more. I don't say structure is the wrong word, maybe, but it's just something a little bit different. I keep saying about adding layers every single game to do certain parts of the game. They're getting more confident with the angles of the ball, so it allows them not to have. Just spoke to Callum about this, not having the collisions, because when sometimes we want to make them have fight passes, and we want the opposite now. We want to keep the ball on the floor and then move it, and then when play it to the chest, pop and move. It's hard to play against. So the togetherness now is excellent, really, really good. I just hope that continues, because it really helps you when you're trying to get results.
If and when a new manager comes in, Cal, it's important that togetherness does remain, isn't it?
It is. Well, it's been hard, because obviously the gaffer got promoted, he's gone. There's a few of the lads that were and ahhing. He brought them in, and you do think, what we're doing. Me and G got put temporary in charge. Obviously, we've been at the club for a long time, so we know what is expected, and it was hard at start. But we've got everyone together, and everyone wants to play. I don't know if it's play for me and him or whoever, but everyone decided to stay. And you see, the last 3 games, we've all come together, and we're not worried about the outside. Just us lot in here, we do our training, we come in and play our games. We're not worried what's going on. New manager comes in next week. Fair play. So you can see that game today. He's got a lot of choices. He doesn't have to bring many people in. But if he wants to bring people in, I think the harmony of the club at the minute is in a good place with the players and with the fans. So for me, we've got that togetherness now, which we did have before Gaffer went. But it's even better now, because obviously the Gaffer's gone. We've all stuck together, and we're keeping us to us. And the results have proved it. 7 points from 9. 2 away games, 1 home game. There you go.
Absolutely. And just finally, a positive note, as you said, Callum, there to end on with those 7 points from 9 to end what's been a remarkable year for the club. That new year starts at Royston on Monday, guys, and what's the prep for that in terms of where we're going?
We'll discuss what about the training this week. I mean, I know that everyone wants to try and be professional as they possibly can, but we're non-league teams. People have lives. People are, they've got their jobs, or they've got their time off to see their family as well. So it's got to be a happy medium. We're not professional football players. Some of us want to be professional football players. So it's got to be a happy medium, and that keeps the group together well. Whatever, whether it's football, job situation, whatever, you do that for them and do it properly, well, then they'll give you more on the pitch as well. So we'll decide what we're going to do, and then we'll just take it from there, really.
And not to be shit in 2023.
Exactly. Don't be shit. That's all we've got to do. Don't be shit.
What an interview. Certainly one to remember, I'm sure. Thank you very much for your support today, guys. 862, massive game of the year today. We'll see you back here 2 weeks on the 7th of January for the visit of Pendleton Town. Otherwise, remember that Royston game on Mondays at 1 o'clock kickoff. You can get your tickets now at bedfordeagles.net.